someone told me after they saw my solo show, which is all about Philadelphia and soul music, family, that someone said, Coleman, you're an archivist. That's what you are. And I said, I'm an archivist. I had no idea. She said, you've been archiving for a long time, have you not? She said, what did you go to school for? I said, journalism. She said, what was the concentration? I said, photojournalism. She said, you were trying to archive. She said, you've been doing this for a very long time, Coleman. And I was like, wow, I guess I have. And I didn't realize that, how I've been trying to archive maybe moments in a family, special moments where I believe that should be remembered for all time. Archiving records, records, and physical records, and also our records of our time here on Earth. So I guess, I guess I have been playing catch up for a long time. I've always been a bookish guy, so I was always reading. When I didn't know anything about acting, because I didn't go to conservatory for an acting school, I learned everything by reading books. The director would say, we're going to block the first few scenes. I didn't know what blocking was. So I would go home and I would read and research and figure out what blocking was, or read Uta Hagen or Stanislavski. I read a lot. I would just have stacks of books that I would go home and read or check out at the library. So that's the way I got a lot of my education. And so I've always been catching up. I had a conversation with this. I'll go back to it, but I had a conversation. Alpha Fugard said to me, he said at one point we were laughing and joking. He says, "Can you imagine?" He said, "Look at us in this theater. Both of us are totally unqualified to be in this theater." And we were laughing. He said, "Didn't they read our credentials? How did we get in here?" Because he's a self-made writer as well, and I'm a self-made artist myself. And so I think that's just interesting, but also I think maybe it makes a lot of sense how we've been living our lives and trying to find a way, and the way we've come into theater. Our lives have sort of thrust us into the theater.